NPR-ness. And it's a little hard to define, a little hard to put your finger on. But it is, among other things, a willingness to spend a little more time on a subject. I think that is, whether you notice that immediately in listening to a program or not, I think you would notice it fairly immediately. If you listen to 2 hours, and I'm not saying people ought to listen to 2 hours of All Things Considered. Show does not require, you know, that you listen to all 2 hours like a novel or a movie. You can drop in and drop out, you know, at any point you want. But if you did listen to 2 hours of All Things Considered, or 2 hours of Morning Edition, or, you know, God forbid you sat there and listened to a double feed, you know, like listen to it twice, I think by the second time through those 2 hours, you would begin to notice certain things that were really signature and that you might not think about just in the first instant that you heard it. One would be the length of time spent on a subject. We consider 2 minutes kind of a minimum. 3.5 is still a short story. We do lots of stories at 4 and 5 minutes. We do stories at 6, 7, and 8 minutes. You will not find this on television. It just doesn't exist. I mean, that's a documentary on any of the broadcast networks, and on cable, you know, that would be like a week's programming. I mean, it just doesn't exist. Everything is much more ADD on television. One of the things that we see as our mission is to take a little more time. That was the original meaning of the original show, All Things Considered. Let's give it a little bit of consideration, that sort of mood.